So once you've made your way to your Shopify dashboard, we're just going to navigate over to the left here and select discounts. And then we're going to click create discount. We're going to have a range of options here pop up for the discount type. So the first one being amount of products. This is when you apply the discount to an item or a product. Amount of order. So this applies a discount to the customer's entire order or cart. Buy X, get Y. So this would be for offers like buy X, get Y at a discounted price, or buy X and get Y for free. And lastly, free shipping. This will apply the discount to the customer's shipping that's calculated at the checkout stage. For this video today, we're going to be selecting amount of order. So if we make our way to the top here, we can see the method. There's both discount code and automatic discount. So discount code is when you want the customer to enter the discount code manually at checkout, and automatic discount, which this will apply the discount automatically to the customer's cart once they've met that criteria that we set below. We're going to be going with discount code for this one. And then now we can actually set the discount code and what we want to call it. You can generate a code that Shopify provides for you, but as you can see, it's not very appealing and not a very easy one to remember for the customer. So instead, we're going to remove that, and we're actually just going to come up with our own name. So instead, we're going to remove the generated code, and we're going to enter our own name here. And we're just going to call this one Launch 15. So you obviously don't need to call this Launch 15 on your own store, but this is just for today's example. And if you're not sure what to call your discount code, feel free to ask and happy to help. So now that we've entered that in here, so as we make down to value here, we can see we have both percentage and fixed amount. Fixed amount is just if you want to apply only $10, $15, $50, whatever fixed amount dollar value off your customer's order. Whereas percentage is in relation to the discount percentage that will be applied to the customer's cart. And we're going to be using that today. And as it's launch 15, this is going to be 15% off. So as we make our way down to minimum purchase requirements, now this is where we can start to think about how the discount code is going to be used, or how we actually want the customer to use the discount code. So if we look at no minimum requirements, obviously this will allow the customer to apply the discount code on any order. So it doesn't matter how many products they've purchased, what the order size is, it'll just be applied without any minimum requirements. Where what you might want to do is actually look at having a minimum purchase amount or a minimum quantity of items. In most cases, you might look to have a minimum purchase amount, where in this case, we're going to have a minimum purchase amount of $100. So this can be used as get 15% off your first order of $100 or more. And it's also something to think about when you have fixed amount discounts, that if you have a fixed amount discount of $50, for instance, you might be incentivizing people to make a bigger purchase. So it might be over $250 or $500. Whereas you want to be careful if you have no minimum requirements on a fixed amount discount of $50 and someone buys a $50 product, well, you can see how that will turn out. So we're going to leave that there with a minimum purchase amount of $100 and make our way down to customer eligibility. So within here, we can see we can select specific customer segments. So if we click on that one, we can then see we can search by customer segment. So we're going to click browse, and then we're going to see the few different options here. So as we can see from Shopify's preset segments here, we have a few different options. The first one being we can look to either target customers who haven't made a purchase before. We can look to target customers who are already in our funnel or in our customer database, and we want them to come back and retain them. So as you can see from Shopify's preset segments here, there's a few different options you can use, whether you're looking to target customers who have never made a purchase before, maybe lifelong customers that have purchased several times, abandoned checkouts, people inside your subscriber list, or people who have made that one purchase and you want to retain them as a lifelong customer. Although for this example, we won't be using any of those, so we can click cancel. One of the other options is specific customers. So this might be if you're wanting to create a discount code for a specific person, where there's been an issue with their order, or you're providing them with a credit for a future purchase. This might be for you, although in this case, we're going to select all customers. Now heading down to maximum discount users. So as before, we're setting the minimum purchase requirements. Now we can actually limit how the discount is used. So in this case, we want to limit the use of the discount code to be once per customer. Now the first option here is if you might only want to offer a discount code to the first 50 customers, for instance, you could click into here and then enter 50. And that means the discount code can be used 50 times in total. Now, if you want that to be 50 unique customers, we can also select limit to one use per customer. So that'll then mean it's 50 unique customers that'll be able to use that discount code. But in our case, we're just going to uncheck that first option, and we're just going to set it to limit to one use per customer. Now as we make our way down to combinations, here is where if you have pre-existing discount codes or offers in place, you can create combinations. So this will allow, for instance, if you have a free shipping for orders over $100 and also the launch 15 discount code, the customer can have both of those applied to their order at checkout. Although in this case, we're just going to leave it as is. Now heading down to active start dates. So this is when we can set the discount code's active dates to be aligned with a campaign, for instance. So if you're creating a discount code for a campaign that has a specific start date or end date, it's where you can enter these here. So a use case for this, for instance, could be that you want to run a January campaign that has for the first 50 customers in January, you will receive a 15% off discount, but you might want to make sure that that's limited to January only. So you can also enter that end date and end time here. Although for this one, we're just going to deactivate that and leave it as is. So now we've entered all of the discount code details here. We're just going to go up here and we can see sales channels. Within sales channels, if you have multiple sales channels, this can be Instagram, Facebook, or other marketplaces. And this will allow you to control if you want this discount code to be visible or accessible via those sales channels. Although we currently don't have any of those connected, so we're just going to leave that as blank for now. And before we head up to click save, we can now review our discount code in just a simple terms here. So we can see the discount code is for the online store. It'll apply 15% off an entire order. The customer must spend a minimum of $100. All customers can use this discount code, but can only use it once, and they can't combine it with any other discount codes. So now that we're happy with that, we're just going to go up and click save. So now that we've created the discount, we just want to test that it is working. So we're going to head over to view our online store. You can do this by going underneath sales channels, hovering over online store, and just click the little eye icon there to go view your online store. Once that's loaded, we're just going to be finding a product here to test it on. So we're going to click into this one here. Then we're just going to add this to cart, click checkout. Now we're just going to enter the discount code that we created. So that is launch 15. Click apply. And there we go. We can see that now the launch 15 discount code is being applied and that 15% discount is being applied to the customer's cart total. So that's it for today's tutorial. If you have any other questions about creating a discount code or Shopify in general, please let me know below and I'll be happy to discuss it with you and look forward to seeing you in the next one.